Yo, Big D here with a World Cup final preview on the Big D podcast. Before I bring in my footballing mate from across the pond, please subscribe, like, and share the Spunky Spectrum Sports YouTube page. See all my content. Can't believe we're at the end of the World Cup, but we've got one more match. Just cover. Also, check out the Big D podcast for your Spotify and Apple users. So, joining us from the UK to talk World Cup final, Argentina and France is Charlie Mullan. And Charlie, I can't believe this tournament's almost over. Seems like it just started.
It does indeed, Dylan. Hello, and thanks for having me on. Yeah, it's it's always sad when a tournament like this comes to an end. I remember we spoke during the Euros last summer, and that flew by. And yeah, same sort of feelings now. The tournament has just flown by. We got used to 4 matches a day, and then it came down to 2 matches a day, and then there was days without any matches, and now there's only 2 matches left. But in all seriousness, there's only one match really. The third and fourth place playoff. Why bother? The players don't want to be involved in it. At this stage, they just want to go home. They're disappointed they missed out on the final. So don't put them through another game. Just imagine if, Dylan, one of those players, let's say Luka Modric, pulls a hamstring in this game and returns to Real Madrid and misses maybe 5, 6, 7 weeks. It's hardly fair, is it?
Or Kimi tears his ACL and PSG will be left without a right back the rest of the year.
Exactly. Exactly. So I don't think it's fair that there should be a third, fourth place playoff. I know historically they have to play it because, well, I don't even know why. It must be for some sort of seeding process in future tournaments. But no, let's just talk about the big game, the biggest game in soccer.
Yeah, so Charlie, my World Cup final memory doesn't go back as far as yours does, but
Whoa, 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 whoa! That's a cheap shot. Are you
no,
saying I'm old? Are you
no,
saying
I'm
I'm old?
saying your memory goes back. Your memory goes back to the '70s. My memory goes back to the '90s. So I'm so what are your favorite World Cup final memories that you can think of?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that, Dylan. I don't know if you can see that.
Yep.
That was in my lifetime. That was the first World Cup that Northern Ireland qualified for. They qualified again 4 years later in Mexico. Obviously, they made the 1958 World Cup final, but I'm not that old. I wasn't around for that. So those two stick out in my mind, obviously, because Northern Ireland haven't been back in a World Cup since. And for those of you watching this, Northern Ireland wear green shirts. You probably have never seen them play, so they're a little bit of knowledge for you. Before that, 1978, I was 8 years old, giving away my age now. I remember the Argentina World Cup. One thing that stands out for me was the ticker tape, all the paper falling from the skies. Argentina, Mario Kempes, great player, great goal, great final against Holland or the Netherlands. So I do remember that. I remember Brazil were outstanding that year too, but just couldn't get to the final and finish it. But I remember Zico. He was my favorite player at that time. Things he could do with the football was just unbelievable. So 1978 and then 1982. I really got into it. I think Zico played 1978. I could be wrong there, but he definitely played 1982. And I've got to give a shout out to. Here's a level of trivia for you. You wanted some trivia for me for World Cup finals. Now I will come to that, but here's one for you. Who is the youngest player to play in a World Cup tournament?
It's not Pele, right?
Oh, no, 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 no. Wash your mouth out, son. Wash your mouth out. There's a particular reason why I'm asking you this question.
Who is it?
Well, he's from Northern Ireland, and it's Norman Whiteside, who went on to play for Man United. And he is my all-time favorite soccer player. He's 5 years older than me, So in 1982, when he made the World Cup final, I was 12 years old. He was 17. He beat Pele's record. And I was thinking to myself, this guy's like 5 years older than me and playing in the World Cup. And he's from Northern Ireland, small, tiny little country. We haven't done much in the World Cup, but we still have that record and we're holding on to it for dear life. Youngest player ever to play in the World Cup, Norman Whiteside, Northern Ireland. So don't ever forget that.
How old was Theo Walcott when England picked him for the 06 World Cup?
Don't know. He wasn't as young as Norman Whiteside. I know that for a fact.
I'm trying. My favorite World Cup final memories may be Ronaldo. I don't mean Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean the OG Ronaldo.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping we get through this podcast without mentioning the current Ronaldo. But okay, what year? Which World Cup?
That would be 2002 because 98 World Cup final didn't go well because he got some medical issue like a day or so before the final and wasn't himself against France. But then in 02, he didn't score one goal. He scored 2 goals against a really good German side.
Yeah, he did. It was perfect redemption for him, wasn't it? So I don't know if you get I'm guessing you get the same coverage as we do, the cameras. There's been several times where the camera has panned in on the original Ronaldo, and it looks like he's had a few after dinners and making the most of life since retirement. He's put on a few pounds, but I'm not fat shaming him. I'm just saying he looks like someone who enjoys a good meal.
Well, I think everybody in Brazil does.
Yeah. Well, actually, Roberto Carlos, and Cafu, they've also been spotted at the World Cup, and they look in great shape. So yeah, no, those Ronaldo 2002, that's a good memory. That's a good flashback. That is good throwback, as people are saying these days. But yeah, besides Northern Ireland being in the World Cup, I'm trying to think. I just enjoy the whole tournament. 1986 obviously sticks out for me. Diego Maradona, single-handedly winning the tournament for Argentina. The people in England might be watching this. I have to be careful what I say, but the 2 goals that he scored against England were, from one extreme to the other, the hand of God to possibly the best goal ever scored in a World Cup tournament. But he was just unstoppable. Defenders kicked lumps out of him, but that low center of gravity that he had made him just knock overable. You just couldn't knock him over, and he was just a powerful runner, brilliant with the ball. Shame what happened in his career, getting sent home in the 1994 World Cup. It would have been in America, yeah, after he scored that goal against Greece. And everything sort of unraveled, in the later stages of his career. But as a footballer, the things he could do with football is just unbelievable. And I don't know, how old are you? Do you remember watching him? No, man. I'm sure if you get chances to look at YouTube videos, you can just see some of the things that he could do with the football and what he did for Napoli when he went there. They never won a championship. He won, sorry, the club won twice, the Serie A title, the Scudetto, twice when he was there. And again, it just he fell into the wrong company in Naples, and that was the beginning of the end.
So how about the 2 number 10s playing on Sunday? Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappe. Not bad.
Yeah, they were all right. Yeah, I'll give you that. 10 goals between them. In fact, this must be, I haven't had the chance, and I don't even think there's any point in doing the research, but this must be the only World Cup final where 4 players go into the final sharing 18 goals between them. Messi and Mbappe have 5 each. Alvarez and Giroud have 4 each. And all 4 could easily win the Golden Boot Award. So I don't think we've ever seen a cup final in the World Cup where 4 players have shared 18 goals in the tournament. It's phenomenal. And it would be a very, very surprising scenario when none of those 4 score on Sunday.
Yeah, it'll be the goalies scoring in penalties, right?
Well, yeah, but we don't want it to go to that. We don't want it to come down to like a miss or saved penalty. It'd be nice if we did get extra time and the game finished 4-3. You know, the last final finished 4-2 when France beat Croatia 4 years ago in Moscow. So let's go for 4-3 this time and give us a bit more drama and excitement. But yeah.
Wait a minute, that was the last time. Well, wait a minute, that was the last score between France and Argentina.
Was it?
Yep,
Right.
4-3.
In the last World, and that's right.
2018.
Yes, in the last World Cup, yeah. So yeah, I mean France, they've got the runs on the board, as they say. Most of those players played and have World Cup winners medal. I mean Mbappe, 23 years old, he's got a chance to win his second World Cup. Come on, come on, give the rest a chance. But and for Messi, it would be the crowning glory in his illustrious career. And I think it'll finally put to an end this debate between who's the greatest between him and that other person that we mentioned, and we don't want to mention again, from Portugal. He didn't win the World Cup. If Messi does, that puts an end to that debate and ignites another one. Who's better, Maradona or Messi? You probably have to say Messi. Both won World. If they both win one World Cup, I think Messi has obviously scored more goals throughout his career, and he will probably win that argument. But for me, watching Maradona in his prime was amazing.
I'm just thinking because by the time Marathon was at his full World Cup in the US, he was the shell of himself.
Oh,
Lionel Messi looks like he could play another 50 years.
he does. I think he has said that this will be his last World Cup game, which would be a shame. But again, you know, when you see players continuing their career long after their prime, like Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, I'm joking. Although this year, you know, hasn't gone so well for TB12. But you don't want to see Messi in 4 years' time. I mean, you can see it now when you watch him play. There are long spells in a game where he's just walking around the field, you know, walking around the pitch. But that's fine. You know, he's just timing his runs intelligently. There's no point in using energy and wasting energy when there's no need to. He's so clever that he can just walk around the pitch and take a little breather, let the other team, you know, let the rest of his teammates pick up the slack, and then when he's good and ready, he'll come back into the game, and as he has done so many times in this World Cup, come up with crucial contributions in matches that just, you know, swings the balance Argentina's way. And you know, Argentina are not a one-man team, but when that one man is clicking and he sees a gap or he sees something, then watch out. But you know, France have a lot of good players in their team too, so let's not underestimate them.
Yeah, do you think this game could be? Do you think this game could be the passing of the torch from this era's current GOAT to the future GOAT, Messi to Mbappe?
100%, without a doubt. Yeah. I don't even think it matters that, you know, if France win on Sunday, I don't think that will take away anything from Messi. It still will be handing down the baton, as you said, greatest player ever, to Kylian Mbappe. I mean, as I said, 2 World Cups at the age of 23. He could play in another three, definitely, maybe four. That'll be 12, and not 16, 23, 39, 40. 39. Yeah, he could do it. You know, people look after their bodies and play longer these days. So yeah, I mean, it's frightening. It really is frightening. But yeah, I think definitely Kylian Mbappe will be the greatest player going forward. And it might, you know, if he wins and he scores in this final like he did 4 years ago in Moscow, then he will lay claim to being the greatest player in the world at the moment.
Besides Messi and Mbappe, which player from each team do you think will dictate the outcome of this game?
Well, I've been really impressed, as I'm sure you have too, with Antoine Griezmann. If you get a moment, just watch the runs that he makes Forget about where the ball is. If the back four are passing the ball between them, just watch Griezmann and the runs that he makes. For the goal the other night, for the first goal in the 5th minute against Morocco, he made 2 runs that effectively led to nothing. But he was prepared to make those runs and stretch the pitch, drag defenders out of their comfort zone, etc. But then the third run that he made, okay, it was a bit of rash defending by the Moroccan. He dived in to get the ball. He didn't get the ball, which made life a lot easier for Griezmann. But those runs that he makes are just unbelievable. He rarely stops running, even if it's just a little gentle jog. He's still moving. He's still making defenders think about him as to where he is, and that's a great ability to be able to do in a match. And I think he could be the key. Argentina have got a lot of great players as well, but I think Griezmann is probably the one other player, other superstar on show on Sunday that really could dictate this game. Who do you think?
I mean, Griezmann's another one. He was man in the match against Morocco. Scored the key penalty 4 years ago against Croatia. So and watching Griezmann play at this World Cup, he's been playing a little deeper than he was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And yet nobody can stop him. England couldn't stop him. Morocco couldn't stop him. How will Argentina stop him? Well, maybe Messi. Well, I'll tell you how Argentina can stop him. With Mr. Enzo Fernandez. I mean, Enzo Fernandez could be the key. Whoever wins that battle between Fernandez and Griezmann probably wins the game.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with the point that you made about Griezmann playing a lot deeper. His defensive duties in this World Cup shouldn't be underestimated either. I mean, can you think of a player in the last 10 years or so who is just as good as Griezmann in defense as Griezmann is in attack? Is there a player in the last 10, 15 years who is very good at both ends of the pitch? I can't think of any.
Not in midfield. I can think of defenders, but not midfielders, especially on the world stage.
No, but defenders don't have the same capabilities going into attack like Griezmann has. So as a midfielder, there is nobody who can do what he does in defense and in attack as well. So he's redefining that midfield role. Again, he could win his second World Cup as well. So a lot riding in this game on Sunday.
Yeah, so who do you think's an X factor in this game? I don't care what side you pick.
Is it too obvious to go for Messi? It is, isn't it? It is too obvious to go for Messi. And it doesn't always work out the way that fate draws it up. We're saying, it's written in the stars for Messi to end his international career winning the World Cup. It doesn't always work that way. If that was the case, Dan Marino would have won his last game would have been winning the Super Bowl, but it doesn't work that way. Messi's going to have to be on song on Sunday, and I believe he will. I do. I think he could be the difference in this game. Now, if you're France, you could be really cynical and, make life uncomfortable for him in the early stages, to make sure that he's not going to have an easy game like he probably has all tournament. Yes, he's had a few kicks here and there. I was told when I was playing football from an early age, whoever you're marking, put one on them early so that the next time they get the ball, they'll be expecting something similar. So I know this football nowadays is a lot different. Soccer nowadays is a lot different to what I was playing when I was growing up. But still, if you have to take a yellow card for nullifying the Messi effect, then so be it. Take one for the team.
I think a guy who could have a very important role on Sunday night is Nangel Molina. Is that how you?
Oh yeah. I've been impressed with him.
I I've enjoyed watching Mission Molina play that right side, and that right back is going to be key because Mbappe might be the fastest player I've ever seen, and if
Yeah,
Molina can sort of maybe not eliminate but minimize Mbappe like what Kyle Walker did in the England game, that won't eliminate France, but that will make it but it'll make it harder for France to score because I think both teams are going to try and counter each other.
oh yeah, yeah. Definitely. No, there's been a lot of good defenders on show, and Acuna for Argentina, he's another one that's he's one of those no nonsense defenders. So I just hope that it's a free flowing game, but I know that there's been so much riding on it from both sides. Both nations have won the World Cup twice. They'll become one of them will become the fourth nation to win 3 or more World Cups. So hopefully it's a nice open game with a lot of goals. We don't want to see like someone scoring early on and then defending for the remainder of the game, which might not make it a very exciting spectacle for everyone to watch. But we shall see.
Um, by the way, here's an issue with France. I've been hearing, I'm not sure you've been hearing over in Europe,
Illness,
but
illness, yeah,
France has got some
illness.
virus issues going on right now.
Yes.
Rabiot and who's the Bayern Munich defender? I can't up a rank.
I'm not sure. I just saw that a couple of players were affected by
Braun,
it.
Braun.
Yeah.
So not what you need before the biggest match of your career potentially.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. But yeah, hopefully everybody will be fit enough to play. There's nothing worse than getting to, helping your nation get to a World Cup final and missing out through illness, But we shall wait and see when the teams are announced.
You think Benzema plays in the final? Is he just a plan B if like France may need a goal in the 110th minute?
No, no, no. He won't be involved.
He might be in there to like lift the trophy, but not play.
Possibly, yeah. I know that the French Federation have invited him to the final, but I think that's possibly for the goals that he scored to help them get to the tournament. Again, it's unlucky for him that he got injured on the eve of the tournament. But no, I don't think there was talk that he might rejoin the squad, but I think the squad is just nicely balanced. You don't want to bring somebody in because what would Giroud think? If you brought Benzema into the squad, is that saying, yeah, thanks for the goals, the 4 goals that you've scored so far, getting, the winner against England, but, Benzema's here now, so you're going to have to sit on the bench and sulk, it'll be very harsh on anyone to see that happen to them. So, yeah.
All right, you know us. We love talking trivia. Charlie tried to get me a little earlier, so Charlie, I wanna see your World Cup final trivia.
Right.
You there?
I am. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting for you.
No, I want to hear your trivia first.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Um, right. Let me see. Who has appeared? I'll give you an easy one. Who has appeared in the most World Cup finals?
Uh, would it be Germany or are we gonna like unify Germany?
Yeah, we'll give you both West Germany and Germany. Yeah, you are correct. That was an easy one, like I said. So, what about you? Have you got one?
Oh, I've got one for you. 5 players have been sent off in a World Cup final. 4 of them are French or Argentine. Who is the only non-Argentina French player to be sent off in a World Cup final?
Um, do I need any longer than a second? Zinedine Zidane?
Wait a minute, he's French.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Right. Blimey. Hmm. Oh, there was a Dutch player, wasn't there? I can't remember his name. Was it Dutch?
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. It was not the guy who should have been sent off at first.
Oh,
It was not
right,
Nigel Dion.
right. No, you've got me there. I can't remember his name.
Johnny Heitinga.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah. I can't think of any other trivia questions. If you had told me before, I mean, I could really sort of snowball you with a stats one, but that wouldn't be fair to you because nobody knows those answers. Only some sad statistician like myself would would know things like that.
Like Roberto Baggio missing a penalty in the Rose Bowl against Brazil.
Well, so did Diana Ross, so he's not alone.
So did Kylian Mbappe at the last Euros.
Exactly, and so did Harry Kane doing his NFL audition. You know, there's a team out there certainly who could sign him up. He said publicly that he wants to play as an NFL player. So putting that ball over the crossbar and between the two posts, he showed that he can do it.
Only
You
could
know,
have done that last weekend, right?
well,
And
he did.
scored the
He did.
second penalty.
Yes, indeed. What about the United States then? What did you make of their tournament?
Oh gosh. It frustrated me. I knew we could beat the Dutch. I knew we could beat the Dutch.
But you didn't.
Yeah, because Greg Berhalter didn't play a best starting 11.
How come country with 330 million people, you haven't got a striker? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Because all best athletes play NFL, NBA, and NBA, NFL, MLB, NBA.
Mm,
We don't play football.
yeah, true. But yeah, well, you're hosting the next tournament, so you've got 4 years to find someone.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get Harry Kane in 4 years. We need a Harry Kane or somebody to bag the goals.
True, true. Justin Tucker, get him to switch from the NFL to soccer. Just stick him up front. He's good at kicking the ball between posts.
I don't think Justin Tucker would head the ball though.
Well, no, that's true. That's true. But yeah. So, what else has impressed you then with this World Cup? Any players that have stood out for you?
Uh, I anytime you see Luka Modric on the pitch, it's never bad.
Mm.
I mean, he's getting better with age. He's like fine wine.
Yeah, yeah, he is. I've been really impressed with Jude Bellingham. It's hard to believe that he's still just 19 years old.
Oh, he'll
That
go
was his thing.
for. I will tell you this: he won't be in Dortmund for long.
No, he won't. No, no. Hopefully, he can make a transfer to the Premier League. I know that he would improve Chelsea massively. He would improve Man United. He would improve any team in the
I think
Premier League.
I hate to say it, he's going to Liverpool.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, that would make sense. They do need to strengthen their midfield, and he would be a good player for them. Definitely. Yeah.
Okay, so ultimately, who will it? Will Argentina be celebrating in Buenos Aires, or will the French be celebrating a second consecutive World Cup in Paris on Sunday night?
Um, One thing you have to take into consideration as well. I don't know if you've noticed in this World Cup, The atmosphere when Argentina play is unbelievable. They just
Oh my lord! It sounds like '78 all over again.
correct, correct. So I think that's going to be a massive influence on Sunday's game. It's going to feel like a home game. Could you have imagined if Morocco had have made the final as well, and that their fans were just as loud as any fans at this World Cup, even louder. So it's a shame we don't have that clash between Argentinian supporters and Moroccan supporters verbally, but vocally, I should say. But I think Argentina will just sway this. I think they will win it. I think it'll be a, dare I say, high scoring game, 3-2, maybe something like that, which obviously will have very similar rings to it than 1986, the last time Argentina won it. So yeah, I'm going for 3-2 Argentina. What about you?
I'm gonna pick the same. I'm gonna pick the same result from 4 years ago. I think France wins 4-3.
4-2 was the last one.
I'm gonna pick the same score from the win the last time they played in 20.
Oh, right, right. Okay. Yep. Oh, wow. Well, that'll be a good final if we get that. And who wins the golden boot award then?
And Mbappe. I think this is Mbappe's time. I think he is the current GOAT of world football, and this is his time.
You do realize that if neither of them score and neither of them have an assist, and Alvarez and Giroud don't score, Messi will score because he has one assist more than Mbappe. That's what it comes down to if they're all square.
Gosh, we're gonna talk about who gets the hockey assist now.
Yeah, well, that's what it comes down to.
Or like who misses the penalty in the 95th minute when it's 2-2, 3-3, or whatever.
That would be heartbreaking for whoever it might be. But let's just hope that it's a good final and one that we will be talking about fondly in 4 years' time, 8 years' time, however long.
Yeah. All right, Charlie. Thanks for hopping on. We wish you a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and maybe the Dolphins can win a snow game tomorrow night.
No chance. No chance. No chance at all. But Dylan, thank you very much. Happy holidays to you and everybody watching this. And yeah, we'll speak again soon.